name is Lauri Albert, a happy medium, and welcome to the show. My wish for this show is to provide you with insight into developing your own spiritual gifts, as well as inspiration into creating the life of love and fun and happiness that we all crave and deserve. So, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me today. It is, I swear to God, it's like, it's either the 8th or the 9th of November. It's hot here. I just have to say, I'm so sorry to all of my friends on the East Coast, but it is just hot here. So it's supposed to be like 90 degrees today. So fun for me anyway. So now it's for those of you who haven't turned it off yet, I'll continue on. I'm happy to see that all of you have survived Mercury being in retrograde. That was a month. Was it crazy or what? It was just nuts. But guess what? The energy now is just lighter and more, for some reason, more progressive. It's been really, really great. So I'm really happy that this is continuing on and we're past that, right? Welcome to the holiday season, right? So today, what I want to talk about is, in relation to spiritual development, is fear and how it affects ourselves in every way in our lives. Okay, I actually got the idea to talk about this. I mean, for those of you who know me and have listened to my iTunes show, my podcast, couldn't think of the word, my podcast, you know that I talk a lot about fear and how to, overcoming it is huge to create a life of happiness that you want, right? But in spiritual development, it's even more important. Okay, so overcoming the fear. And when I say fear, I don't just mean like fear of, getting up in the morning or going out of your house or, those types of fears, although those can be stifling as well, obviously, right? But I mean just like fear of moving forward in your life, fear of creating something for your life that you get one shot this time around anyway, right? But you get one shot right now to create the life that you choose, right? So fear and getting rid of that fear is huge. Now, what made me realize, or actually want to talk about this today is I'm on Facebook all the time, I confess, right? And so those of you that are on my Facebook page, you probably saw that I created this thing, or I shared this thing on my page called the 12 Symptoms of Inner Peace. Awesome, right? 12 Symptoms of Inner Peace. I just love that, right? But it deals with getting rid of the fear. Right? So I want to read these. Oh, and these, I got this from the Facebook page, Transcendental Meditation, which is a great page, by the way. If you're wanting to learn about Transcendental Meditation, that's really a great sort of reference to do so. So it's fantastic. So anyway, I wanted to read these to you and then talk about it. 12 Symptoms of 12 Symptoms of Inner Peace. Number 1, a tendency to think and act deliberately rather than from fears based on past experiences. That's huge, isn't it? Our past can create our fears for today. Think about that. Our past can create our fears of today. And so realizing that, recognizing that is sort of key in allowing our future to be bright, let's just say, okay? So I thought that was really interesting. Number 2, an unmistakable ability to enjoy each moment. Each moment. So being present, basically. Being present with where you are right now at this moment. You're sitting, hopefully, at a computer somewhere, or maybe on a beach with your phone. But you're watching this video right now, and hopefully enjoying it, right? So enjoy each moment and just be present, okay? Okay, so then number 3 is a loss of interest in judging others. Very huge. Because when we judge others, that's our own fear. When you judge somebody else, because everybody, and it's like everybody judges everybody all the time. That's just human nature. You all are either looking at my necklace, or you're looking at my earrings, or you're looking at my hair, or you're looking at the prayer flags back there, or something, and you're going, what is that? Why is what? Kind of thing. It's just a loss of interest in judging others. Isn't that great? So we all do it, and it's okay to do it, but catch it and realize what you're doing. I like that, right? A loss of interest. This is number 4. A loss of interest in judging yourself. Now that is huge. Tell me that isn't huge. Can you imagine a world, your world, where you don't judge yourself? Huge. Huge. Imagine a world where you don't judge yourself. That's very difficult. And you know what? It takes a lot of practice. Well, at least it did for me. It takes a lot of practice, and I still judge myself. Don't we all? Of course we do, right? But a loss of interest in judging yourself. Think about what that means. A loss of interest, like, you know what? I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of looking at myself and going, God, really? Do I really have that much, those 10 pounds on that I need to, you know what I mean? So a loss of interest in that, right? So, number 5 is a loss of interest in conflict. Wow, that is huge too. I mean, these are all huge. I guess I should stop saying that, I guess. But a loss of interest in conflict. So you know what? So instead of saying to somebody, like when somebody, okay, perfect example is road rage. When somebody cuts you off, and this is hard to do, even for me, I look at myself as pretty self-expressed for sure, but I look at myself as somebody who's transformed a bit, but road rage, it happens to everybody, right? Of course. So if you think about conflict, think about it in terms of road rage. Next time somebody cuts you off, just say the word love. Just say love. Oh, I love you. Maybe because you really don't know what's going on. So you don't want to cause conflict. So a loss of interest in conflict. Who cares? Really? Does it really matter? I mean, the reality is what that means is a loss of interest in conflict. It means, really, does it really matter in the whole scheme of life if this guy cut me off? So, very interesting, right? Okay, the next one is a loss of interest in interpreting the actions of others. And it's interesting because that's sort of different than judging others, right? It's a little bit different, right? It's a loss of interest of interpreting the actions of others. Well, she did that because she's pissed at me, or he did that because his ankle hurts. You just don't know. Who knows? And why think about stuff like that? Why? Because we're so busy getting past our fears. Think about all of that. That's really cool. So the next one is a loss of ability to worry. I did a reading the other day, and that was one of the things we talked about was worrying and how stifling that is. Isn't it stifling to worry all the time? It is, right? So worrying, a loss of ability to worry. Can you imagine not worrying about anything? I worry all the time. I know I do, right? And again, these are just symptoms of inner peace, right? You don't have to, can you imagine if we would be all of these? It'd be great, right? But we might not be. So don't think that you have to be exactly perfect at all of these, but things to think about, right? Okay, the next one this is number 8, frequent, overwhelming episodes of appreciation. I love that. Frequent, overwhelming episodes, love that, of appreciation. I like to think of myself as very appreciative and very grateful on a daily basis. I really try to take what I have in my life and understand how great it is. I really do. And to me, that's like a core thing. Well, at least it is for me. And it's honestly, it's the easiest thing to do here. Isn't it easy to just be appreciative or grateful for something? That's easy. It's much easier than to not judge myself, right? So there you go. Anyway, so then that's a cool one. So the next one this is number 9 out of 12. Contented feelings of connectedness with others and nature. So imagine, like right now I am outside. That's why I prefer to do these shows outside, because it's a connectedness with nature, you know, and with other people. I mean, well, I'm trying to connect with you all right now, right? So that's really cool if you think about it. A connectedness with nature. Boy, I can't say that word. A connectedness with nature. Maybe that's just taking your shoes off and walking barefoot. You know, to everybody it would be different. So, or walking on the beach. So, next one, number 10, is frequent attacks of smiling. And if you notice, if you guys are on my Facebook page, you'll notice that the other day I said, you know what, let's just try smiling at people today. Just try to smile at people today, and just randomly, and see what happens. Why not? You know, it's good for you and good for them, because it'll make their day, but it'll make yours too. Inner peace. Tell me that doesn't get rid of fear really fast too, right? So anyway, okay, the next one is number 11, increasing susceptibility to kindness offered and the uncontrollable urge to reciprocate. Read that again. Yeah. Increasing susceptibility to kindness offered and the uncontrollable urge to reciprocate. So that's allowing kindness to go into you, to come to you, allowing that. And why do we not? Fear. Fear. That's what it is. It's about fear, right? So very interesting. And you know what? And the kindness reciprocated to others, great. Pay it forward. Love it. Love that. Love that. Okay. And the last one is an increased tendency to allow things to unfold rather than resisting and manipulating. Oh, goodness. That's really huge if you think about this, right? An increased tendency to allow things to unfold rather than resisting and manipulating. And you know what? I'd like to add to that, naturally. Allowing things to unfold naturally. So, what does all that have to do with fear? Fear, this is all about what happens to you when you are able to get rid of the fear. Okay? And the last thing I'm going to say about this, two of the things that I say all the time, and again, if you guys are fans of mine, or whatever you want to, not fans, that's a terrible word, but like if you follow me, right? If you want to think about it in terms of development, right? The two things have to do with allowing and trusting. Or you could say it trusting and allowing. Either way, okay? So trusting spirit to take you where you need to go at all times. So a lady contacted me the other day. A lady contacted me the other day and said, how do I get a reading from you? You know, what should I do? Like, what do I do to get a reading from you? And I said, well, go to my website and look around and see if you vibe with me. If you feel like a pull, then that's great. Then contact me, we'll set up a reading. And if you don't, that's fine too. You're not supposed to get a reading from me. And that's okay. So it's trusting your gut and allowing it to be the way it's going to be. Allow it. It's all okay, right? It's all okay, however it turns out. So I wanted to say all that. And if you have any further questions, you can always email me. I love that, right? You can go to my Facebook page, because God forbid I shouldn't. Geez, how many times have I mentioned that? But, you know, go to my Facebook page and just go ahead and email me, contact me. I love answering questions. So if you have a question, please feel free to do so. And just consider what I just said, because trusting and allowing, or allowing and trusting, whichever order, is kind of like the chicken and the egg thing. Which came first? Doesn't matter which way. Okay? So just trusting and allowing is the way to get past the fear and develop yourself spiritually, or however else, actually, because getting rid of fear in any part of your life is huge. So thanks for joining me today. I had fun. I always have fun. That's another thing about getting rid of fear. Who cares what other people think? Just do what you feel like you need to do. So I love it. Anyway, have yourself a great rest of the afternoon. I hope everybody is warm wherever you are. And take care. I'll see you next time.